So next up, first up, we have a stand-up comic from the local Portland scene. Some of you know him as Nicholas Munoz. Otherwise, you may know him by his pen name, the articulate, the wonderful Nicky Moon.
Much. It's cool to be here. Give it up to this studio right now. This is nice. Yeah, I like it. There's like beer over there. It's nice. Has anyone ever in here ever been fired? Ever been fired? Yeah, so pretty much a bunch of degenerates in the room. That's nice. But this is why we're here. We're just all unemployed. We're going to be famous. Nah, I got fired from, this is so embarrassing. I got fired from Walgreens. God, that part always gets like the most laughs. How do you fail a dead end? That's what I was wondering about. Fuck. God, Walgreens. I don't even know. I got so depressed afterwards. I used to work in the photo lab. Has anyone ever worked in a photo lab before? It's because I'm the only creep in the room. That's the only reason. This is something that it doesn't really matter like what type of photo lab that you work in. But this is how working in a photo lab was explained to me when I first started working there. One of the things that you have to be on the lookout when you work in a photo lab are you have to be on the lookout for child pornography, and you have to report it if you ever do see it, which makes sense, you know. But that kind of puts the employee like in an awkward situation, you know, because the majority of the pictures that you get when you work in a photo lab are all naked babies. And we're just getting naked baby pictures one by one. So then it becomes our job to decide which naked baby pictures are taken for sexual intention or not. And how do you do that if you're not a pedophile? Like, I can't decide who the sexy babies are and who the unsexy babies are. You know, my worst fear when I was working there was to report something that wasn't actually graphic. Like just some Rorschach test. Some trick. Like, no, Nicholas, this is clearly just a mother giving her child a bath. Well, that looks like pornography to me. I want to be that baby. Is that wrong? I don't think it's wrong if you want to be the baby. I don't think it's wrong. I got so depressed afterwards. I can never tell. But, I kind of like go through like, my own like little spurt of depression every now and then. I can never tell if I'm depressed, because my dopamine receptors don't work. Or if I just have a shitty life. I told that to my therapist the other day. My therapist was trying to cheer me up. She was like, you know what? Probably just a combination of the two. Probably just both of them happening all the time, every time. Don't worry about it. I feel like depression's always been like kind of like an entity in my life, Like it doesn't even matter if like I'm depressed. Like I feel it just follows me like wherever I go. I remember I was in this sexual relationship with this woman who was like on the verge of like becoming homeless, and she would tell me, "Hey, stop laughing! This fucking asshole over here. Did you hear this guy? He's laughing at the parts they're not supposed to laugh at." No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I remember her telling me like a lot of the time she was telling me like. Nicholas, honest to God, if I have to be homeless and go through this facade of a life any longer and be homeless, I am literally just going to blow my brains out. And I was like, well, you can always stay here and live with me if you like. She was like, nah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Pump the brakes, tiger. I even like I have a friend who's been taking Propecia. You guys know what that is? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the big thing you got to know about Propecia is if you take it, you may experience erectile dysfunction. But you know what that means? That means that if my friend is intimate with a woman, he has to look that woman dead in the eyes and say, "Hey, listen, it's not you, and it's not me. It's only my balding medication." It's like, well, way to get back in the sexual tone there, Romeo. Yeah, that'll get her back in the mood. It's only my balding medication, I swear. The crazy thing is, he's not even bald. My friend's not even bald. He's just like a paranoid fuck. He's just giving himself erectile dysfunction for no reason. He's just taking it because he thinks it's a good deal. Only $49.99. That's how my friend talks. I don't know. That's how all my friends talk, apparently. They all talk like this. All right. For the most part, life is going pretty good. I bike a lot of the places. I like biking. Like it's good to work those like muscles and stuff. I go to a lot of bars a lot on a bicycle, and that kind of sucks though. Because like there's no like chance for like kind of like a one night stand when you're on your bike. I mean, just like logistically, I'm just on my bike. It's hard to like bring that around places. Like unless you're willing to put my bike in your car and then put me in that car, and then you can drive me to your place, and you have to drive me back here in the morning. Or if you just want to go to your place right now and just wait 40 minutes for me to bike to you, then we can just fuck that way, baby. I don't know. It's that voice again. I fucking hate it. That voice. It creeps me out, baby. You know what makes that situation the absolute worst is when you actually do meet a woman that does want to take you back home with her, but when you get to her car, you realize that the car is too small for the bike to fit. Then it quickly becomes very transparent to how desperately you want to have sex by how hard you're trying to cram that bike in that car. Like, it'll fit, I swear to God, it'll fit. Where's the wrench? If we just ride with the rear passenger doors open the entire way there, we can do it. All right, enough with the voice. That's like my one, yeah. Finish all punchlines like this. All right. Yeah, so it's not too bad. I feel like when it comes to like dating, like I kind of take like a lot of pride in like how much I like put like mental thought behind my dating, like this shit is chess and ain't checkers. I'm just doing my thing. The thing is like I'm really dangerous too, because I have no problem whatsoever waiting like 5 years for a one night stand to happen. Like, absolutely, I have no moral qualm with that one whatsoever. In fact, I have a 5-step plan of how I do it, too. Step 1, you establish friendship. Step 2, you wait. Step 3, you watch other loves come and go throughout her life. Step 4, you wait some more. Step 5, you make your move. You gotta make your move on step 5. Sometimes you make your move on step 5, but it doesn't work out, which is the drawback of step 5, Sometimes you make your move on step 5, and no one's obligated to have sex with you just because you waited 5 years. So not only... That's how I explained it to her. Listen, I've been waiting 5 years. From the inception of our friendship. No. So it not only sucks, so like sometimes it doesn't work out, so you end up just losing a friend out in the process, which is why step 6, you reestablish friendship, and step 7, you just wait some more. That way you can never lose. You guys remember that scene in Terminator? Like the first Terminator where like the semi-truck blows up, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger like rises from the ashes because he thinks he's dead, and he just keeps on going anyways. That's how I date. Is that? Why does he have red eyes? All right, because I'm romantic. All right, no. Well, what else? What else is going on? I've been reading a lot of. Anyone in here like to read? Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, a bunch of. I just sense the lies. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone likes to read. I've been reading a lot of Ernest Hemingway right now. I like Ernest Hemingway. I've been reading his last novel. Anyways, the big point is, back to suicide, is Hemingway shot himself in the face with a shotgun. Yeah, he shot himself in the face with a shotgun. But there's a lot of like hardcore Hemingway fans out there that like they don't like to think that he committed suicide. They like to think that he just was cleaning his gun and just accidentally shot himself in the face with a shotgun, But that's like kind of like, I don't know, like if you're trying to save face of like your literary hero, maybe you should just let the legend be what it is. Hemingway was depressed and he committed suicide. Because what's the alternative? Hemingway accidentally shot himself in the face with a shotgun. Like, adoy, Hemingway. God, maybe you shouldn't clean a gun while it's loaded. Stupid Hemingway. Fucking Hemingway. I don't like the idea that my literary icon, like his last words was like, you know what, the outside of the gun is clean, but, let me make sure the inside of the gun is clean. He accidentally shoots himself. Like, the ghost of Hemingway comes out, and he's like, well, shoots. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys very much. I've been Nicky Moon. Thank you very much.